We know the results of the 2019 matric exams, but what are the ramifications of these outcomes? Now, Higher Education Minister Nzimande is outlining the impact of the results on the post-school education and training sector. But we go now, of course, to our reporter, Tsehuatso, who's joining us just to give us an update of what, of course, the minister had to say. Now, Tsehuatso, a very good afternoon to you. I suppose let's start with what the minister had to say about space in these institutions of higher learning. We know that, back in 2012, there were so many people queuing up at UJ. It cost someone's life due to space. But what did he have to say?
Well, good afternoon, Dumelo. So yes, he mentioned that the issue of space is always a big problem for the Department of Higher Education and Training, and he did say that universities would be expected this year to enroll just above 2% more of what they usually would take in, just to try and accommodate as many of those students that want to study at various institutions of higher learning. So that's just one of the instances and one of the things that plans that they've put in place to ensure that every student has got a place to go to this particular year. Speaking, of course, about those walk-ins where we see queues and queues of students at various institutions of higher learning each year, he mentioned that because of space, more and more students are queuing up and having walk-ins at various universities, but the department has supported various institutions of higher learning not to have those walk-ins, but to rather try and apply online a system that they say is working and a system that they are proud of. So they are having plans in place, and they're saying that those plans are successful to ensure that students are able to actually study this year. But of course, the issue of TVET colleges always a big one for the Department of Higher Education and Training, and they are just saying that more students should try and go that particular route.
Indeed, the minister said they should go and apply there as well, so making mention of the fact that funding is available as well via different various forms. So there's NSFAS who've just approved over 400,000 applications. 52% there we're seeing of some of those who are SASSA beneficiaries. But is this a feasible, route to take? I mean, especially when it comes to employment?
Well, the issue of TVET colleges, of course, has always been a big one for the department. And as you mentioned, NSFAS this year receiving the highest number of applications for students to study at various institutions of higher learning. Now, I did ask the issue of employment when it comes to graduates at TVET colleges, and the minister saying that they are aware that there are issues of employment and people actually being put into the employment system, and they are trying to deal with that. But of course, the answer also coming that there are certain sectors within the employment system, such as manufacturing, that actually takes in a lot of TVET graduates, but also things like retail not taking that many of those TVET colleges. So the issue really is the fact that there aren't a lot of government departments, and there aren't a lot of private institutions as well that are taking graduates from TVET colleges. But the minister saying that his main concern and his main priority will be to ensure that TVET graduates are actually able to be employed, and the main thing for him is for TVET graduates to actually get experience, so that after that experience they are then able to be brought through into the employment sector. So his priority saying that he will definitely be talking and focusing on TVET graduates, because they are also important, just as important as university graduates.
All right, so Mari, thank you so much for that update.